Hello friends, my name is BK Kollapre. In this video, we'll solve problems on complex or compound stresses. In earlier video, we have seen how to find out the normal stress and the tangential stress if a system of stresses is given to you. Now we have seen the normal stress sigma n is given by sigma 1 plus sigma 2 by 2 plus sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 into cos 2 theta plus q sine 2 theta. This is the stress system where sigma 1, sigma 2 and q are there. We have seen the tangent stress is given minus sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 sine 2 theta plus q cos 2 theta, and we have found out resultant stress is equal to under root sigma n square plus sigma t square, and tan phi, the angle of obliquity, is given by sigma t by sigma n. These are the things what we have seen in the last video. Using this, we will try to find the stresses, normal stresses and tangential stress on a plane making an angle theta. Now here this method is known as the analytical method. So this is the analytical method of solving problem. There is another method known as graphical method. This method is also known as Morse circle method. Morse circle method. Suppose if I draw a circle here and if I take any origin here, if I mark the stresses, the given stresses sigma 1 and sigma 2 according to some scale, if I choose some scale, if I mark a point OA represents sigma 1, and if I mark OB represents sigma 2. Now my aim is to find out the angle, normal stresses and tangential stress on a plane making an angle theta. So here when you plot A and B on a line, so with AB as diameter and C as a center, you draw a circle. So this circle is known as the Morse circle. Morse circle. Now to locate the normal stress and tangential stress, what to do? From C, draw a line CP. This makes an angle of 2 theta with respect to the sigma 1. So with this value P, you drop a perpendicular on the line OA and join the line OP. Now if you see to this value is known as PQ is known as the normal stress, whereas OQ will give the normal stress. So this is a tangential stress, this is normal stress. This OP will represent the resultant stress and this angle will represent the angle of obliquity. So this is a method of Morse circle diagram. So in case of Morse circle diagram, we have got abscissa and ordinate. Along abscissa we will be locating the normal stresses, and along the ordinate we will be locating the tangential stresses. This is the method of drawing the Morse circle diagram depending upon the type of a problem. So when we take a problem, we will try to draw the Morse circle diagram for that particular problem so that it will be convenient for you to understand how to draw the Morse circle diagram. So Morse circle diagram is a graphical representation of representing the normal stresses along the abscissa and tangential stresses along the ordinate. Now here we again use a sign convention. Tensile positive, we would measure it in the right direction if it is tensile. If it is compressive, we measure it in the left direction from the origin. If the shear stress is positive, we will draw the line down at the point on the outer side and we draw the line upwards at a point on the inner side. So when we take up the problem, we will be using these sign conventions. So let us take up a problem and try to solve them. So let us take a simple problem here. Suppose there is an element A, B, C, D. If this element is subjected to stresses in x direction and stresses in y direction. So this is biaxial stress system. So if the stresses acting here are 150 Newton per mm square, 150 Newton per mm square in x direction, and in y direction let the stresses acting be 48 Newton per mm square, 48 Newton per mm square. So these are the biaxial stress system. Now you are required to find out the normal stress and tangential stress on a plane making an angle of 20 degrees. So on this plane A, B, C, D, on this plane BE will go the same notations. So you will have to find out what is the normal stress and what is the tangential stress on this. So this is directly application of the formula. Important thing is to note down the data based upon the sign convention. Here this, if I call it as sigma 1, this is 150 Newton per mm square. This is tensile in nature, so positive. Sigma 2, this is in y direction 48 Newton per mm square. This is tensile, so it is positive. So our angle theta, so I told you if I take this as x phase, whenever we measure the angle in anti-clockwise direction, we take that angle as positive. So we will go, no, these are the data is enough for using the formula. In this case there is no shear stress, so this part will be 0. So we will be using this formula only. Sigma n is equal to sigma 1 plus sigma 2 by 2, sigma 2 by 2 plus sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 cos 2 theta. That's all. Q is not there. So if I substitute the value 150 plus 48 divided by 2 plus 150 minus 48 divided by 2 into cos of 2 into theta is 20. If you simplify this, you get the value as 138.07 Newton per mm square. It is positive in nature, so it is a tensile in nature. So likewise we will go for sigma t. Sigma t is given by minus sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 into sine 2 theta. This q part will be 0 because there is no q here. So important thing is for you to remember the formulas. So if I simplify the values, minus 150 plus 150 minus 48 divided by 2 into sine of 2 into 20. If you simplify this value, you get sigma t is equal to minus 37.78 Newton per mm square. Newton per mm square. Now once you know sigma n and sigma t, you can find out sigma r. Sigma r is given by under root sigma n square plus sigma t square. So this will be equal to sigma n is 138.07 square plus 37.78 square. It is square, so it becomes positive only. So if you simplify this, you get sigma r is equal to 141.91 Newton per mm square. And next is, if you go for the angle of obliquity, angle of obliquity tan phi is equal to sigma t by sigma n. We know sigma t is equal to 37.78 and sigma n is equal to 138.07. If you simplify for phi, you get the value of phi as 13.36 degrees. 13.36 degrees. So knowing these values, you can show what are the stresses acting on the plane B. If I magnify this plane BE, it has got normal stress sigma n, which is equal to 138.07 Newton per mm square. Then sigma t, it is minus. So if it is anti-clockwise on a plane, it is positive. Since it is negative, it will go down like this. So this value will be sigma t and this value of sigma t is 37.78 Newton per mm square. We have got the resultant. I can use the parallelogram law of forces. If I draw a diagram like this, so this diagonal will represent the resultant stress. This is equal to 141.91 Newton per mm square, and this is the angle phi, obliquity phi. Phi is the angle made by the resultant with the normal. This angle is phi, and phi value is 13.36. This is 13.36. So this, if you are able to draw, you can very easily solve the problem. In this problem, you have got only sigma 1 and sigma 2. Now with this background, let me show how to draw the Mohr circle diagram by using the same So here I have drawn roughly the diagram. Now here, whenever you want to go for Mohr circle diagram, you know sigma 1, you know sigma 2, you know the angle, you are required to find out the normal stress and tangential stress. Now you know sigma 1, let us consider a point O as origin, take some suitable scale and draw a line which will be equal to if I call this line OA, and OA will represent the normal stress sigma 1, and from O only draw a line OB. This OB will represent the stress sigma 2. So we are represented OA, OB, both are on the right hand side because both are tensile in nature. Now with AB as a diameter, mark the center C here. Mark a center C. Then from C, draw a line CP. We should draw a line CP like this. This CP should be at an angle of 2 theta. It should be at an angle of 2 theta. Now once you get this point P, what you do? You drop a perpendicular from P on the line OA. If I call this as Q, and you join this point O and P. Now if you measure this distance OQ, you get the normal stress. And if you measure this height, this will give the tangential stress. And if you measure OP, this OP will give the resultant stress. And this angle POA or B, this angle is the angle of obliquity. We have solved the problem analytically. Graphically, you choose some scale and try to draw the Mohr circle. And this circle, what we have drawn, we call this circle as Mohr circle. See, in Mohr circle, we are representing along the abscissa normal stress, perpendicular or ordinate will be the tangential stresses. So graphically, you get directly the value of sigma n, sigma t and sigma r. So let us take another problem wherein we will be seeing the normal stresses as well as the tangential stresses. So we will continue with the videos with some more problems. So please subscribe the channel for more videos. Press the bell icon for notifications. Comment for questions in the comment section. Thank you.